Menteri Rangba Kajala Meghalaya Conrad kes sangma ulahap ban Tuklar hi ban jubab iki jingkli ki biya day bakatanat revenue and disaster na menteri ubade khmi ikani katanat Bah Kyrmen Shilla halor ki senjam baka sarkar jala kala shem ban ïarap iki long ying jong kila not ki basakta nagajing shah lynshop hakibor mariang Uba Gabriel Waklang unong tauan ka Congress nanong ston habakli ka ka phang haka kenta kali jingkli haka sngi basaw jong ka dorbar sunrai jong ka ying dorbar tauan ka jalla haka arpoi trik unai lur arjat pulai ulakwa bantip lakan don shoot ni em ki jingïarap kumya ki long ying baklat arngot ki shipara na ka jingtwa khandau hapendeng rai haka step jong ka khat nyau trik ujulliu arja arpulai bat ka don ni em ka mangtingka ban sna ya ki retaining wall Unong tauan ka Congress na gambe gri usaleng isang ma ulakwa bantip lakadon em ka jingïarap ya ka long kemik bala penyap daki hati bat kumju ru bala syabat boarding electric ya ka bau menteri Rangba uloong bakadei syabar jong ka jingpet ka tanat revenue and disaster Naloru ba renik ton lingdo tongkhar unong tauan ka UDP na mau kurwat uba Roni Vilingdo unong elam kalyang persya uloong bakal pisa arpaulak kabala ai saki deputy commissioner ban ïarap kerki syakilong yeng ki basakta kum ka bajia plu yeng bat kiwei pat hi kadang duna palat Kiwei kinong tauan kumuba bantay do lingdo na mau kenro u Dr. Celestine lingdo na umsning u Dr. Mukul Sangmaru kila aya laki jengmut jongki kumnu ya ka sarkar ban ïarap ya ki basakta na ki bor mariang
Answer to start question number 119. Sir, the step taken by the government regarding immediate relief on natural calamities are number one, sir, an advance of 20 lakh is placed at the disposal of the Deputy Commissioner every year with an additional amount 50 lakh in the event of severe calamity to meet urgent expenditure due to natural calamities under his jurisdiction. Number two, in order to ensure immediate and effective relief to the people affected by natural calamities, the Deputy Commissioner of all districts, via notification number RPG 59/2021/6 dated 30th January 2023, are authorized to grant relief assistance from the advance fund with them.
Sri Gabriel Wallang, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and thanks to the Honourable Minister for giving the explanatory notes on my questions. But there are a few more supplementary questions that I would like to ask. But before that, I would like to thank Honourable Chief Minister and the Deputy Commissioner of West Kashil, Sri Garot, for giving the expressure within a week for the two siblings were buried alive in a landslide which hits on June 17 this year. Thank you, sir. Nongstoin is one of the areas which has been hit by a flood every year. So I would like to know from the mind of the Minister, to you, Mr. Speaker, sir, is there any separate additional fund apart from what you have shown for those prone flood areas?
Sir, actually, from our side, the department, we function based on the fund which allocation for our states from the Government of India under the 15th Finance. We have a year basis, sir, which is for the 5 years from 2021 to 2026. We have amount of fund which allocation for us. For 2021-22, sir, we have 58.40 crores. 2022-23, 60.8 crores. 2023-24, we have 64.8 crores. 2024-25, 67.2 crores. 2026-25-26, 71.2 crores. These are the amount allocation for us so that to meet the needs of these natural calamities it occurred in our states based on the 90-10 pattern, sir.
Sir, my question is that is there any separate additional fund provided for those prone flooded area? Is there any additional fund for those prone flooded area?
Actually, sir, whenever there is we declare as whenever we declare this flood, as the national disaster. So the government of India, as per the norms, we used to provide fund, and then based on the procedure need to be followed by the departments from our state, we have to show the details. Based on the reports, they provide the funds.
Still, my answer is not been clear, sir. But anyway, may I ask another question to you, Mr. Professor? See, as per the guideline of SDRF, it happened in Australia that a landslide happened and 2 siblings were dead, were buried alive. But I have seen, as per the SDRF guideline, there is no provisions for retaining wall. So may I ask the intentions of the government whether this provision of retaining wall so that the people will get the compensations. Retaining wall, sometimes the house is called up due to retaining walls. Damage of the house is due to retaining wall. But there is no provisions for giving a compensation for retaining wall. So may I ask the minister, is there any thoughts of the governments that the provisions of retaining wall should be given for compensation which due to flood or due to natural calamities?
Sir, for us from the department, we follow the norms of the government of India norms, sir. So based on that, whichever fall under the norms, we do provide funds and we do provide compensation. So we cannot go further the norms, sir, because we are bound to follow the norms, as per the norms, whichever. I have the list of, if the honorable member would like to hear, I have a long list, sir. So if he required,
I don't need, sir, because I have read all the norms, but I'm only asking whether this governments will be having its own provisions on retaining wall. That's simple, sir. Whether the government is planning to have on that or not. That's all, sir.
I'll just like to supplement, because it's a subject that is beyond the area of the disaster management. What the Honorable Minister has replied is absolutely correct, sir, that the norms are based on the MHA guidelines, and hence the disaster management department, the revenue and disaster management follows those norms. But as a state government, as and when there are situations through either the PWD department or any other department, depending on the situation that is there, the state government intervenes, and in many circumstances, situations, we have always looked into that area, sir. And at the same time, sir, there is also a mitigation fund that we have. And so all these things are there from the state government side. And therefore, in time to time, in situations that are there, the state government does intervene through different departments to take care of those situations. But yes, specifically, there is no provision as per the MHA guidelines for a retaining wall. But we have done it in many cases. Wherever situation arises, the state government has intervened.
Thank you, sir. Wherever it's happened, that most maximum of the Gram Sabha, whenever they ask, they said there is no fund for retaining wall. And we thank you, sir. Another supplementary question is, how many village has been affected due to inclement weather between the year 2000 to 2023?
For next time?
As you may, sir.
Sir, I'll just read the list, the name of all these villages affected. Just
Only the number, sir, not the name of the village.
Okay. Number, I have to count, sir. Because I have the list of all the villages here. So we have Mau Shinrut, Mau Rashan, Mariang, Konstoy, and then I have a block wise, sir. So may I read the block wise? Because I don't have the name of villages.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. In 2020, 2021, block affected Mau Shinrut, Mau Rashan,
I may ask please place on the table of the house so that
You may place it on the table because it's wasting time.
I may have another, my fourth.
last question.
As the amount have been sanctioned which have placed on the explanatory here, has the government been able to utilize all the sanction on disaster fund and mark for the particular period? If not, how much? What is the government plans to do with it?
Pardon, sir, I would like to ask the Honorable to repeat the question.
Please.
You have given an advance of 20 lakhs, at the same time amount of 50 lakhs. Now I may ask, has the government been able to utilize all the sanction disaster fund earmarked for that particular year? If not, how much? What is the government plan to do with it?
Yes, sir. As per the fund received from the 15th Finance Commission, all the amount till 2021, 22 till 23, 89 crores, 0.06 crores. The amount has been released, all has been utilized, sir. 89.06 crores.
Thank you, sir. My last question.
You said number 4, I think now.
Now number 5, sir. Are the safety audits being done on the all government buildings and all trees which are blocking the roads? Since Meghalaya is an earthquake zone area, are these safety audits has been done?
For that particular, I require notice.
Mr. Saling Sangma, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I would like to know from the Honorable Revenue Minister, there was men and animal conflict, elephant conflict, and then at that junction, in one of my constituency, in the village Mandangri and Bagugri, one woman was killed by the elephant. So any ex gratia has been given to those family? That is a different subject, different department. Hence, it does not come under the revenue disaster. It is taken care by wildlife, sir. Anyway, thank you for that, Mr. Speaker, sir. There was another incident in Purakhasia, which I've been referring in this very August House for so many times. Electrocuted during the time when there was a construction on the road from Ampati to Purakhasia, and those two victim has not been paid till that. So what is the position? By the MECL. I don't know. Does it fall under the Sir, I'm sorry I'm intervening because this is a subject which is not in the domain of the revenue disaster. So I would request the members, sir, to refrain from going into the departments. And obviously, sir, all the information like this, if we keep going, we will not have all the data with us. Again, he himself has said it's through MECL. I don't know, he said it. No, electrocution. So it does not fall under the... So just for the knowledge, disaster basically is, the eligibility is avalanches, cyclones, cloudburst, drought, earthquake, tsunami, fire, flood, hailstorm, landslides, pest attack, forest and cold waves. So all the aspects he's mentioning are beyond this. I'm sorry, I have to intervene, sir, because the subject is completely out of the concerned department, sir. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Renington.
Sir, we are made to understand that the fund it's available to each deputy commissioner 70 lakhs, 20 lakhs as an advance, and 50 lakhs as an additional. So this is great help to each and every district under the natural calamities. Now I would like to know from the minister, from the government, whether the deputy commissioner and the BDO, they need any approval from the government before disbursing of the fund. It is very, very important, sir, that the deputy commissioner and the block and BDO, when they go to inspect any natural calamity, they should have something to decide on the spot and to be able to do something but most of the time they come back empty-handed. That's why we want to understand if it is necessary, whether it's still necessary for them to seek government approval before disbursing the fund to the beneficiaries.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to read this notification. Actually, sir, in order to ensure immediate and effective relief to the people affected by natural calamities, the department on the 30th January 2023 has, with the approval of the State Executive Committee, authorized the Deputy Commissioner of all districts to grant relief assistance from the advance fund placed with them for ex gratia payment for loss of clothing and utensil and house damage without waiting for the meeting of the SEC. This will go a long way to provide timely assistance to the victims of natural disaster in the state. Further, as per the guidelines of the Government of India, the state government has also taken the initiative to disburse the fund through direct benefit transfer via PFMS to ensure transparency in the disbursement.
Saling again?
Yes. I've got a natural disaster this year also. Mr. Speaker, sir, through you, Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to know again, there was a disaster last month. More than 20 households was damaged, fully damaged. And I've sent a photograph to our Deputy Commissioner, DC Tura also, regarding all the damages that has been done by the natural calamities. Not only this year, even last year. From last year onwards, in the month of June and in the month of October and September, which I myself has already attended to those disaster area. But yet till that, I have not seen any compensation being given to those people. Even recently, more than 20 to 30 households, for example, Chilipara, Ramrangpara, Mibonpara, Sanjengnokat, Ganipara. Even I have already given the list to the DC, whether those, household has received any amount in this, which has occurred in the last month.
It falls under which district, sir?
West Garhwil district. Some of them fall under the Southwest Garhwil, South Garhwil. My constituency is divided into Southwest Garhwil.
West Garhwil, Southwest. West Garhwil Hills, Southwest. Yes, sir, I have the details of West Garhwil Hills.
If it is very long, you can lay it on the table.
Yes, sir.
If the member agrees.
I wanted to know whether any amount has been, given. Compensations.
West Garhwil
Affected villages.
Yes, sir.
For the sake of clarity to the House, so these amounts that have been mentioned of 20 lakhs and 50 lakhs, these are advance amounts that lie with the Deputy Commissioner to spend as per the requirements on an emergency basis. But obviously, sir, when the full assessment is done, after the full assessment, the norms that apply where different houses, there are different provisions under which different amounts are given, depending on whether it's a pakka house, kacha house, whether partial breakage. So all those have to be assessed. So that is to be assessed. So that is done after the assessment is done, and since it's just a month, it depends on whether they have sent the reports or not. But the Deputy Commissioner is at liberty to use that amount that has been placed at their disposal to give any kind of temporary relief from that amount. So that information may not be available with us because that's being done at an emergency basis. But obviously those reports will come in due course. But since this happened just a month back, neither I or the Honourable Minister will have that information as of now, sir, with us. Mr. Speaker, sir, now I'm talking about the basic amount, whether the basic amount has been provided. For example, those who are fully damaged, they don't have nothing, they are left without nothing. I myself has somewhat given some any particular and interim kind of a relief for as per the SOP.
Yes, sir. I've just read the notification, sir, which recently, on the 30th of January 2023, that notification came out, which allowed the DC to utilize that fund available with them. If whenever the amount, the fund which we allotted to them is not enough, we send additional amount.
Mr. Speaker, sir, whether any amount has been used so far from that 20 lakhs?
The recent detail I might not be able to have it, sir, but I have for the previous, which was because as I've mentioned, sir, whenever there's a natural calamity occur, so the Deputy Commissioner will utilize the fund, and based on that, they don't need to sit for the SAC prior to that. After that, the SAC have to sit. So till the SAC sit for the meeting, and we will not have the details, sir. So for that, I would quite notice.
Yeah. Dr. Mukul, also you, Dr. Mukul Sangma, you wish to speak? Okay.
Sir, I am happy to learn that funds has been placed with the Deputy Commissioner. Recently, sir, a house was gutted by fire in Malim. Completely gutted, sir. Nothing could be salvaged, utensil, clothes, everything. When I asked BDO, can you provide any interim relief? I was told that there is no fund available with the block. Sir. Completely, sir. Nothing could be salvaged. Blankets, utensils, clothes, everything. And, sir, I think 20 lakhs, for example, East Khas Hills has about 10, 11 blocks. So, sir, you work out is about 2 lakhs. Now, if a house is gutted, at least, sir, utensils, blankets, food that will last for about a week or two should be provided, sir. I was told by the BDO, sir, they have no provision to provide even foodstuff, clothes, blanket. So, sir, I don't know if this amount can be increased, advance amount. So, in case a house is gutted, at least the family will get some relief. Ultimately, sir, about more than a year, 1 lakh was given. So, sir, if this can be increased, because East Khas Hills has about 10, 11 blocks, sir. So if you divide the amount of 20 lakhs, works out to about less than 2 lakhs, sir. So I think if I can request the government to increase the amount, revise the amount, so in case a house is gutted, a family is completely, sir, there are 2, 3 houses that were gutted, sir. They didn't receive anything, sir. I think the department can verify from the block office, one in one Maubla village, Lumdo South village, and one in Ramsun village. Completely gutted, sir. And then we had to organize through various NGOs to construct a house and provide them, with clothes, food, blankets, and so on and so forth. So, sir, if this can be revised, it will go a long way. To wait for more than a year without a house, sir, I think it's very difficult. I think, sir, I would request upon the government if they can enhance the amount and place at the disposal of the BDO so that immediately interim relief can be provided to the family affected by fire and all the calamities. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would just like to add on that, when it comes to East Khas Hills, sir, yes, that 20 lakh, it sounds so less. That's why we said additional amount. Whenever there's severe calamities happen, so additional 50 lakh. And beyond that also we'll extend. We will not end up only that 50 or 20 lakhs, sir. But at present, sir, I would just like to quote here, when it comes to East Khas Hills, the amount present with the Deputy Commissioner is 78.37 lakhs, sir. That is the amount we utilize. And when it comes to this incident happen in any block level, they can kindly, maybe the BDOs can give a written letter or whatever procedure need to be followed to speed it up to the Deputy Commissioner so that he will send the money to the block level, sir.
Sir, I'd like to thank the Honorable Minister, sir, for the reply. But can we release the amount as quickly as possible, sir? 1 year for a family to live without a house is very difficult, sir, for more than a year. And I think if this can be expedited, sir, within 2-3 months it can be, then you see, sir, there'll be relief to the family. So 1 year is very, very long, sir, for a poor family, sir, to, without any roof over their heads.
Yes, sir, pointed, and we'll try to speed it up as early as possible.
I would like to add to the supplement and the answer given by the Honorable Minister that this is a very important point given by the Honorable Leader of Opposition. In fact, it is precisely with that purpose in the month of December or November, I can't remember right now, but about 6, 7, 8 months before the elections, we had, a few months before the elections, we had a meeting to review this entire process. And that's when we decided. So it was a Deputy Commissioners Conference that was taking place. And in the Deputy Commissioners Conference, we had a meeting and we decided that we will enhance the amounts as and when required. And we will also give complete freedom to the Deputy Commissioners to use the money immediately, even to the extent, if necessary, to buy CGI sheets for houses, for individuals. Even that kind of a freedom has been given to the Deputy Commissioners because we realize the emergency, and precisely because the procedures are so complicated sometimes, multiple committees have to meet, which are of course procedures laid down by government rules and MHA. And hence we try to expedite, but in order to provide the immediate relief, even to the extent that if the Deputy Commissioners feel it necessary to buy CGI sheets, even that freedom and flexibility has been given to the Deputy Commissioners.
So thank you, sir. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Chief Minister for taking this seriously, sir.
No more questions?
No questions. Just last.
Okay, I think Renington, you may finish it completely.
I have one more question, sir, which I consider is very important. I want to know whether the agricultural land, for example, like paddy field, can be covered under this relief, because there are so many times that the paddy field has been washed away by rain. So whether this fund can be covered for such kind of relief, sir.
Wait.
Sir, as has been mentioned, so based on the norms for assistance, so here I would just like to read this number 6. Animal husbandry assistance to small and marginal farmers and landless livestock owners. So assistance for loss of males animal, drought animals, and animals used for haulage. So yes, sir, there's an amount based on the norms, so we do provide, but exactly for what purpose? So if may I read it, sir?
Typically for paddy field.
Yes, assistance for small marginal farmers having land holding up to 2 hectares. Assistance for land. Okay, I'll just read this. Distilling of agriculture land where thickness of sand silt deposit is more than 3 inch to be certified by the competent authority of the state government. The amount rupees 18,000 per hectares per each item above is subject to a minimum assistance of not less than 2,200 per farmers. I'll read it also. I have so many.
Okay, Mr. Saling Sama. Yeah,
I'll be asking us.
I think
Just it's very confusing
from
now.
one questionnaire to another questionnaire.
Okay, last.
I think one person should complete.
Okay. Anyways, it seems like confusing sometimes, sir, about the disaster and management. Now agriculture and then livestock also falling under the, it's not falling under the agriculture department, neither it's falling under the veterinary department. But last question, sir. We, as an honorable member, we are all responsible to anything that is happening within our constituency. But the fact is that whenever we try to ask or try to do anything or request anything, the officers on the ground seems to be a little bit, reluctant to give all the answers. So I would like to, request to you, Mr. Speaker, sir, any inquiry or any, anything that we
desired to us from within the ground. If any action has been taken, if any responsible officers can at least respond to us, then only we will not be bringing to the floor of the House. For example, I have already requested our DC to act upon those, disaster made by the storms. That's why I'm referring these questions. Otherwise, if he had already acted upon and then whether any action has been taken, if that has been responded to us, then I would not have brought this particular question. So in the future, if we ask any DC or any videos, if anything happened, to look at if any action has been taken, if they could kindly respond to us, what was the amount, was the ex gratia, then only we could help, because I myself always used to go to the ground and then help those in the first instance. That's why it will definitely help us also. Whenever any disaster happen within the constituency, disaster come to us also, not only to them, because they bring all the disaster to us. So that way, it will be a little aid to us if at the basic, if they can, report back to us. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Wish to reply?
Oh, yes, sir. Point noted.
Banti Dorlindo, please. Please be brief.
As we are aware, sir, of the casualties encountered by the disaster-affected families. Yesterday, I put a question, but it didn't come. So I just want to request through you to Honourable Minister, because last few years in my constituency also there are many villages affected with the natural calamities. So I just request the government through you, sir, to Chief Minister, because many families, they have been submitted the affected land, house, and from the BDO and Gram Sabak also they have submitted all the related document, whatever they have to get from the disaster management. But the thing is, till now, sir, the affected families, they have not been provided compensation from the government. It's been 2 years now. So I request through you, sir, our Honourable Chief Minister, to do something, because they have submitted, but I don't know from the district administration why they are taking so long. So poor family, farmers, if they didn't get on time, it's very affected for them, and very badly, I must tell you, sir, because it's really, since the last 2 years, really they have to live in a very bad shape. House they have not been, constructed till now. So that's why this is a very important thing, especially for the poor family, which I request. Now I just want to request, I don't want to put any question, but to request the government to speed it up, expedite, provide the compensation for the affected families.
Dr. Celestin?
Point noted.
Okay. I thought you wanted to speak at the end. You may please go ahead. Please.
No, I intentionally wanted others to, but then there is one important point which I would like to share.
Please go ahead.
Now, this Disaster Management Act 2005 and the response of all the states to come up with a management plan, we have completed. The state disaster management plan has been approved and it's notified. Now, every village actually used to have the village disaster management committee as first responders. So if this can be activated again, so that we can have all kinds of mock drill, because we are all aware, if there is a cyclone, if somebody's house has been already damaged, then the villagers don't wait for the government actually. If there is a fire accident, somebody's house has been gutted, villagers don't actually wait. They all come together and give all the necessary help. Therefore, it's by default, the system itself is quite healthy, and then we also have this district level committee. Deputy commissioners are the district disaster management committee chairman. So if these committees can be activated, and subsequently the first responders, the village disaster management committee can be activated again. I think it will help us in many ways. And again, one part which I have noticed is that mandate and the responsibility thereof coming out of this mandate of Disaster Management Act. So this Disaster Management Act has to be elaborately probably discussed and debated, discussed amongst different departments. That's why even us as members, sometimes we tend to think that it may be other department who should be responding. But then the act itself is quite elaborate. So may I request therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, because Chief Minister himself is the State Disaster Management Chairman of the State Disaster Management Committee, authority rather, and also the respective DCs. So they can have a regular meeting to sensitize the block level meeting, to sensitize the district level officers of the line departments, and also reactivate that village level disaster management committee.